is Ray.
This is Andy.
And this is FDS Local Sports. Andy.
Ray.
So you got your Mount A hat on.
Yeah, why not?
Now, Andy, I know it's been a long MFL season. We're heading into the Maritime Senior Bowl coming up.
Senior Bowl? Maritime? Is that what it's called?
Maritime
Senior
Bowl. Yeah, Senior Bowl.
Okay.
But I can tell this whole thing's got you a little stressed because I'm starting to see there's some gray coming out in that beard of yours.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. It has a mind of its own, so we'll have to do something about this pretty soon. And by something, I mean buzz it down.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely not going to try to, change its color or anything like that. That would be kind of weird.
Listen, I'm not making fun of the gray because if you know me, folks, I'll take gray any day.
Fair enough.
See how I rhymed that? That was pretty good.
Really good, Ray.
All right, Andy, we just
rhymed.
had the semifinal weekend in the MFL. 2 games were played. We had the Moncton Mustangs hosting the Halifax Harbor Hawks, and the St. John Wanderers were taking on the PEI Island Mariners.
Yes.
Do you want to start with the St. John Wanderers game?
Works for me.
I got a ton of information on this.
What do you got?
Are you ready for it?
Ready.
You sure?
Yep.
The final score was 48-14.
Right.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. I had that information during halftime of the Mustangs game on Facebook, but unfortunately, we haven't heard anything else.
No.
The website, the Wanderers website, is not up to date with their box scores, which is fine. We're recording on a Tuesday, so we don't have much to say there. I don't think we're surprised at the outcome. I don't think we're surprised at the outcome of either of these games. So on they go to the final, the Maritime Senior Bowl. That'll be down in St. John. They'll have a home game.
It can be on St. John. We'll talk about that game a little bit later. But for now, that's what we have for you. Listen, it's been a pleasure covering the both those teams this year. But I want to say once again to the Mariners, all the support you guys give us throughout the year. You guys... you made it to the finals again, and their team's building. Like
the Wanderers have made it to the finals.
No, sorry. I mean, they made it to the semifinals again, the Mariners.
Gotcha, yes.
And you know what? Their team is still, there's lots of positives to look at for 2020.
Absolutely. The Island team is a lot of fun to follow, a lot of fun to cover. And to the Wanderers, congratulations on another trip to the finals. Like I said, though, I really think it's good luck for them that they are not undefeated going into this.
Right.
And we'll leave it at that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mustangs and the Halifax Harbor Hawks.
We were at this game.
And I have to be honest, Andy, I am a little bit surprised in this game. I really felt the Mustangs were going to come out and win this game. But I'm really shocked. When we left at halftime, this game was 19-0 for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
And I expected to see more offense from the Halifax team. But this Mustangs defense... they are playing outstanding right now. They've got a lot of great characters on that Mustangs defense, Andy.
Yep.
And they are really tough to score points against.
100%. And I'll tell you, one of the people even more excited about the Mustangs defense than you, Ray, head coach Jason Terrace.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, somewhere down here at some point, you might see a little video that was captured of head coach Jason Terrace getting quite excited about a goal line stand.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a little bit of a jig, would you call it?
I would call that the Terrace jig. The Terrace jig.
So yeah. We'll make sure that we have something going on down here to show what that is. Yeah. And maybe replay it a couple of times.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Right. It was. It made me feel like dancing. Right?
I'm sure it did.
Let's talk about the game, though, because there was something critical that happened in this game right out of the bat. We still don't know the full story on this yet, but as I was coming up, I stopped by the canteen to pick something up to eat on my way to where we were standing to watch this game.
Yeah.
But just as I was coming out after the anthem...
Yep.
Number 2, Dan Comfort came running out to the field.
Yep.
Nobody knows the actual reason why Comfort was late coming out to this field. Now, I've heard a couple stories. I don't know if I can report those stories, but there are rumors surfacing on why Dan Comfort was coming out late. What did you hear from your end?
Well, as you know, I was standing right there in the end zone, and as he came trotting out, I noticed him obviously too. He turned and he looked at me. I gave him a little wave, and I can tell you that he looked nothing but comfortable.
Nothing.
So I'm going to go ahead and assume it was planned or it was reported And it is what it is. But you're right. Right off the bat, I was wondering why exactly is the quarterback just strolling out to the field right now after? Yeah. But I think he was tied up somewhere. Somebody
don't break it, Andy. Don't break it.
Don't break it.
Let the rumors surface.
I was using a metaphor there. I don't believe he was actually tied up. So
all right. Sure well, let's let that play out itself as far as what happened. But now the MFL world knows that Dan Comfort came out after the anthem to the field. All right.
Okay.
So with Comfort on the sideline, Brady Newcomb was under center for the Mustangs.
Yep.
And there wasn't a huge drop off from Comfort to Newcomb. Newcomb is a very good quarterback. He played for Moncton High.
Yep.
This kid can scramble. He's got legs. He's got an arm. He makes good decisions, and he was making them that day. He made a couple really big passes to Leslie Green. Leslie Green hauled in 3 touchdowns in this game, Andy.
Yep.
129 yards on 6 receptions, and 2 of those were thrown by Newcomb. And Newcomb was he can really push the ball downfield. He's not afraid to test a DB downfield. This guy can throw the football.
No, Newcomb knows exactly what to do with Leslie Green, and that's just throw it up there for grabs because he can go up over the back. He did it both times right in the end zone.
Yes.
And again, Brady looks so good out there that to a guy with long distance vision trouble like myself, a red 3 on a black uniform can look very much like a red 2.
Like a red 2.
And as you'll recall, I thought it was Dan Comfort out there playing until the first touchdown pass. And so he looked great out there. And Leslie Green is dominant on those jump balls.
Yeah, so great job to Newcomb. He played the first half in this game, and like we said, he got the Mustangs out to a 19-0 lead with help of the defense, of course. In the third quarter, Halifax finally put some points on the board when Lucas Brocklehurst hit Eugene McMinnis. Did I get that right?
I think it's
time?
McMinns.
McMinns?
Yeah, you always add a syllable.
I know.
Why can't there be 2-syllable names?
McMinnis.
Right?
I like the name McMinnis, but I think it's McMinns.
It's definitely
right? He's a hell of a football player, though. This McMinns.
Yes, he is.
And he's got great hands on him, speedy receiver, and finally he put some points on the board on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Brocklehurst. Making the score 19-7.
Yeah.
But then Dan Comfort went to work.
You're right.
And Dan Comfort goes 7 for 10, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Leslie Green and 1 to Trenton Bannister. And look at the Mustangs are looking, their offense and defense are both ticking heading into that final game in St. John.
Yep. Dan was out of the doghouse, and well, if he was ever really in one, and then into the comfort zone. They didn't skip a beat. They are ready to rock for this championship game.
They are. And the defense was led by 2 players I want to give a shout out to. Cam Bell with 7 tackles and Blake Allen with 5 tackles. And Andy, the Mustangs defense had 3 interceptions, and not one of them was by Bobby McIntyre.
Wow.
So
Bobby must be disappointed.
I know.
Yeah.
But this Mustangs defense, they can go up and get the ball too. And this final game between the Mustangs and St. John, it's going to be a great football game.
It's going to be a slobber knocker, as old JR would say. So
now, some details came out today about the final game.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised because I had all intentions of going down next Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, we were going
to watch this final game.
Yep.
But apparently there was some confusion with getting a field by the St. John team. And there's not a field available. So the game's going to be Saturday night at 8 o'clock at the Shamrock Field in St. John's.
Well,
8 p.m.
You got to do what you got to do, Ray. Yeah, I don't like the start time. And highly doubtful we'll be there. We'll see if we can pull some strings. But that being said, here's what it is. It's not easy when you're an MFL team and you're trying to secure a field. So I'm glad they did secure one.
Yeah.
Late start, we're not used to that. But hey, prime time. Yep.
So that game is next Saturday night in St. John at Shamrock Field, as I mentioned. 8 o'clock is the kickoff. And we're waiting to hear the results of this game. Can the Mustangs do what St. John did to Moncton last year, and that's walk onto their home turf and win the championship on the St. John Wanderers home field? What do you think, Andy?
It is not going to be easy. If you ask me to make a call right now, I almost can't. I mean, again, look at the last 2 years, They go in, one team's undefeated, the other one has one loss. The team with the loss wins. So you'd think that would be the tiebreaker, but this year, they're both going in there with a loss to each other.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's going to be a total toss-up. All I know is if anything's going to help the Mustangs' cause, it's the moment they make a big-time defensive play. Jason Terrace not only has to do the Terrace jig, but he needs to kind of add a little to it, improvise a little more, maybe a spin, maybe a turn, do something out there to get that team even more pumped, that defense even more pumped, because stopping the St. John offense, especially that running back, is like stepping in front of a bus, as you've called them, or a train, whatnot. I cannot make a call on this, Ray. Can't wait to find out.
One thing you know about these two teams, between Tyler Curnow, Evan Arnold, Aubrey Ellis, and Cameron Morley, both these teams are going to be running the ball, and there will be a lot of rushing yards put up in this game.
100%.
There you go.
100%.
Can't wait to hear the final on that one. What else you want to talk about, Andy?
Before we get out of here, I want to send a congratulations to a kid from my hometown, Miramichi. His name is Jared McDonald, and he will be attending the Holland College to play for the Holland Hurricanes this fall.
Nice. Now,
he's from JMH, Ray, not MVHS, but nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So I have to support my hometown. So congratulations, Jared, on that, and thank you very much for Holland for sending us that scoop. We really appreciate it.
I got a couple things I want to talk about, too. Our good friend Leighton Peck with the Southern MB Ducks.
Yes.
Saw a post on Facebook. He had his first procedure in his battle with cancer, and it looks like everything came out positive.
Good.
So good for Leighton. Keep going. Keep fighting. Another little news piece for you.
Yeah.
Saw this on Facebook today, too.
Yeah.
The guy that we're waiting to hear from, we haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
Some would say FDS, local sports biggest fan.
Well, yeah. There was a time I would say that, though I'm starting to question it.
We're wondering where he is, but
we're getting a little ghosted.
Maybe he's been a little busy because we just saw that Donnie Mitchell got engaged on Facebook.
And congratulations, Donnie. And all I can say is that better be the reason we're not hearing from you.
Better be the reason.
All right.
So, last but not least, I got one more thing I got to throw out, Andy.
What's that?
It's kind of embarrassing to talk about this, but my niece, Kara Dunn, she plays public soccer over in Riverview.
Okay.
And her team,
that's football.
Yeah, it's kind of football.
That's football.
Yeah, it's kind of football with a white and black checkered ball. It's kind of...
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, their team lost 8-0. 8-0. So, Kara, come on. You got to get in the game. Get in the game.
That was very nice of you to bring that up, Ray.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Andy.
You don't have to apologize to me.
That's all I got for local sports this week.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
Good luck in the championship game.
See you guys.
Oh, man.
Stop. It'll be first down for the Mustangs.